Well, when I do these adventures,
Just nice and slow, because
I try and find out about them, research what's gonna happen, what's going on.
awesome. All right, this is gonna go in your mouth, so big open, and then seal your lips around it, and go ahead and take some practice breaths.
Hang on.
I have emphysema, COPD. I had a cold that lasted about a month ago, and it sent my pulse oximeter down to around 90 degrees.
All right, we're just gonna put our faces in the water first, and just practice those breaths right here.
So, taking a breath with this regulator and blowing out, not a natural thing. It was a little, not scary, concerned for me. But it was not the feeling was great, but the experience was fantastic. The water, the regulator, seeing the sharks and the sawfish down, and the turtle kind of coming by and flapping its arm. Fantastic.
I enjoy life. I'm 95 years old, and I like this place. I'm happy here. The staff is outstandingly good. I have been blessed with these years, and I don't want to waste them.
I had no idea what it was going to be like. I had no idea. I thought I'm not going to know anyone, but it's very definitely home now.
I think change is hard, and the older you are, the harder it is, but I try to think positive. I have faith that this is what I'm supposed to be doing.
I just love living here. I feel very secure, and it's fun to meet new people and just be around.
I'm 93,
93 years old here.
and I feel like 60 up here.
The concept, well, that I think that MBK has is superlative. Keeping these minds busy, our bodies active. What better place could you want to live? I think I'm the same person that's just grown up. I've always been a bit adventuresome, wanting to try new, different things.
Alrighty, let's go.
There are so many things to do here. I believe it all revolves around our activity group.
So this is our behind the scenes. We ask that you are mindful when you are back.
I'm up for whatever they're presenting, offering. And they said Shark Tank, and I thought, that's not something I'd ever thought about doing.
Somebody coming by with an animal, we ask that you step to the side, stay still and stay quiet, just so we can keep that animal nice and calm.
I signed up and I talked to different residents. And I thought, well, I'll ask these people.
So this is one of our filtration rooms. We have roughly 1.2 million gallons of water in this aquarium. You all will actually be getting into our largest exhibit today. It's about 400,000 gallons of water.
I've just been trying to do whatever sounds interesting to me. Well, I do have a kind of a short bucket list, and skydiving was on it. And MBK made it happen. Fran made it happen. I was flying like a bird. I've always thought, ooh, wouldn't it be great to be up in the air and soar around? I did it.
I have always loved fun. We're fortunate they have a bus and they take us different places. I've tried a lot of things. There's always some place there's something going on. We go out to dinner or lunch. If something else comes up and somebody has an idea, I'm not going to say no right away. I'll say, I'll try it.
I've always wanted to do china painting. I've done art all my life, so the china painting is the newest, and I have really enjoyed it. I might take up the pastel paintings, in the next 6 months to the year. I haven't done that for probably high school, so there's a lot here to do.
The lady that sells jewelry here had a jewelry Christmas tree. Just planted a seed in my mind, and I thought, I'm going to start making Christmas trees again. And we held a class, and I taught 10 different ladies how to make jewelry Christmas trees. Since then, well, I made about 50 trees, and I've sold most of them, and I have a few left. I like feeding the fish. I just like doing things. I believe you have a choice to do or not to do. That's my belief.
Sewing is something I've done since I was 8 years old. Since I moved here, it's the painting. Well, it's something I thought I could never do because I can't even draw a straight line. And they offered this class, and I thought, well, never done this, let's try it and see what happens. And I totally surprised myself. When I did the painting of my brother, that was the ultimate. Well, we have this little thrifts and gift shop that they started back in June. So it gives me an outlet to sell things I make. My whole advice is try it. You'll never know unless you tried.
Hold your breath, Wendell.
Alright, so just be careful because the floor is wet.
We're a family here in this residence. We help each other out. It's always fun to do it with somebody else. And if it might be a little scary, you can hold on to each other tighter and maybe not make it so scary, but you both know that you are. And find out about each other.
Here we go. We gotta shimmy these arms in. Yeah, we'll just. Is everybody ready? Let's do it! Yeah!
Being with the other residents, the friendship. People here are very friendly, and the staff is outstanding. They make it very pleasant and refreshing to live here.
I just enjoyed the people that I've met because everybody is very kind, very caring about how you are.
I think we're all looking after each other, and we're all here for a reason, and it's very cohesive. I was asked by Nikki to be on resident council, and I feel like I have two families, my immediate family and Hillcrest. I'm having the time of my life. People come with questions and want to know what about this or that, and we try to answer their questions as best as we can. I think it's just looking after our residents.
Well, the question popped up when I was just sitting around thinking, so is this all there is? What are you going to do with your home is taken care of? Food, laundry, cleaning, everything's taken care of. So what is your purpose? Have you ever heard of Ikigai? I-K-I-G-A-I. It's a Japanese philosophy. There are these concentric circles that are named. And then there's one part in the middle, and that's where you find your purpose. I've been questioning that in my mind recently.
So they hang out normally at the bottom of the exhibit. You might see them swimming around.
What kind of goals? What's gonna keep me going?
All right, my friends, I want to tell you who our special friend is here today. His name is Gerard. And Gerard, will you like to tell us how old you are?
100 years. I live right across the parking lot in the inn at Greenwood Village.
And where were you born? Where did you grow up and where were you born?
Well, that's a long story. I don't know if you have time for that, but I was born in Germany, but I left at age 10. And the rest of the time I was in Belgium and then in France. We knew about concentration camps, so we always worried about the Germans coming and arresting us. You read it in the paper, you heard it on the radio, you heard it from people. So I joined the resistance. One day they said, this is the time to go. So we traveled on a truck that was operated with, not with gasoline, but with charcoal, believe it or not. And they took us to the coast of France. You know, I didn't have a uniform. And then they handed me a rifle, which was an Italian rifle, but had no bullets. And then they made me into a mortar gunner. They taught me how to do mortar and, you know, how to feed this, but those little ones are much too young to understand. Wonderful. Wow, you're such a wonderful group. You know so many languages and all kinds of questions. What other questions? That young man.
What's your favorite thing that you've ever done?
What's your favorite thing you've ever done?
The favorite thing I've ever done is hike up Long Street. There comes the grandma.
There we go. Hello.
These are lovely children. It's been an honor and a pleasure, especially with the children.
Oh my God, that's special.
It was like going to heaven.
We haven't gotten to see our great-grandchildren, the little ones, in person yet at all. So, but to see those little ones, it was, I can't explain it. It just felt so good to see all those little ones. And
I have a website. I have written 3 manuals to teach children how to spell and read.
I've been asked to volunteer at the Garfield School to be with younger children, help them learn to read, or maybe help them find a book in the library, or just being with other children. I think it keeps you young.
Abuse is my passion. I want to help girls that have been abused, and I know boys are abused too. It's hard. Getting over abuse is very, very difficult. I went from hell, but I feel like I'm in heaven now. And then I started writing my books. But you've got to start with the little kids.
Because of my nursing profession, I'm a caregiver. And I think I would like to do something like that. Maybe some volunteering over here in memory care. Right here, I don't have to go anywhere to do that. There are good things about aging. The knowledge that you have gained along your life, that you can impart to somebody else. Just a little bit.
I heard an expression, if I can remember it. I've heard it quite a few times. Growing old is mandatory. Growing up is voluntary. And I choose, I don't want to grow up yet.
You know, if you just live your life, you don't notice along the way that you're getting older. That's how I feel anyway. You just kind of do what's going on. Get involved.
I think we're setting a record.
I think so.
Are you okay?
I want a drink.
I was incredibly lucky because there's several times I could have been arrested or killed, and I was incredibly lucky to make it to this place.
Okay, so my name is Ethan. I will be your accident safety coach today. First things first, these axes are very real, very sharp and very dangerous.
Well, I was 21. I was down in Texas, and I went on a blind date. Was in a car accident, broke my back. You just move forward with your life. This is the only way to go.
So this is our lighter weight, okay? But this one is also a lot more dangerous.
Just live it and enjoy it. I know that we have to plan in our lives for our future, but big expectations, big disappointments. So just go along your path and enjoy it. You gotta enjoy it. Be there now.
I just take each day as it comes, and I just don't feel like I want to waste my life sitting around.
So I make choices. Is it important enough for me to do the climb? And I choose either to do it or not to do it. Life is that way. You have to choose, what's important to you. 2 years ago, I had 4 surgeries done on my hands for carpal tunnel and then trigger fingers, and I lost the use of my hands. It's amazing what you lose when you can't use your hands.
This is home. What more do I want? I'm happy.
It's just a nice place and I'm glad I'm here.
This is truly the best.
We've been for the last, since I moved here, because they offer things and they make, I don't know, I feel comfortable doing things. Before I was kind of shy, and I don't know, it's just the environment. Just try things and don't be worried about whether you do it right or wrong, because there is no right or wrong, and nobody judges us. Thank you, MBK, for bringing me out of my shell. How's that?